I was even shocked by how much visibility it gave me. Once I opened my Instagram like this, I'm like, this person followed you, this person followed you. Even my friend who came to visit me that particular day, he was crazy. He came to visit me. He was just looking at the numbers. The numbers were just going up like this.
Wow.
So what did you do? What magic did you perform?
Hey, welcome. You see, in this present world full of distraction, if you have a valuable message that can transform the life of someone, or you have a product that can help them move from point A to point B, but you do not know how to get attention, trust me, all of this won't come into manifestation. So you need to master how you can get attention. But here is the thing, attention is a very expensive commodity at the moment. So you need to learn how you can position yourself, position your brand, position your product in such a way that you attract the right audience and even build a community of raving fans that are interested in what you are doing. These are people that are loyal to what you do. So there is the thing, I understand not everybody can do this, and this is why I had to bring an expert guest on the show. And our expert guest is someone with visible results that you can go and verify right now. And in this episode titled Social Media Spotlight Launchpad, in this episode you'll discover how you can gain visibility online, how you can build a community of people that like, know and trust you, and you also learn how you can monetize all of this influence. And today our expert guest, Chinaza Favour, will show us the route that will propel us to attaining this social media spotlight. Chinaza Favour is a visionary saddled with the burden to not only inspire but help individuals flourish in their personal lives. She is a huge believer that when humans experience growth in their personal lives, every other expression of them experiences growth as a result. To this end, our main focus is on helping individuals find meaning to life, heal from broken identity, overcome emotional hurt and insecurities, and adopt everyday habits that lead to a more fulfilling life which transcends professional and career successes. She is a fast-rising, highly sought-after thought leader in the personal development industry with appearances in notable platforms, one of which was the Young and More African Conference, where she spoke alongside industry leaders like John Obidi, Mike Oladipo, and other phenomenal minds. She is the host of the life-transforming weekly talk show, Honest Conversations with Chinaza Favour, where conversations bordering on life are had with openness, vulnerability, and grace, with the intention to enlighten, empower, and to heal. She is the author of the best-selling book, Who Are You Really? A book that causes a paradigm shift in the way people perceive themselves to God's perception of them. She is also the author of the book, Dear Young One, a collection of life letters to the 21st century, which has been distributed to over 15,000 youths across different parts of the world. She is the youth ambassador of the La Rochelle Leadership Foundation, founded by the former governor of Lagos State, Dr. Akinwumi Ambode. She is a mental health advocate who seizes every opportunity to create awareness on mental health and destigmatize therapy and every form of mental health intervention. Proud of her African roots, Chinaza Favour is on a mission to inspire young Africans to embrace and find power and beauty in their skin, hair, and everything that makes them African on the outside, without needing to adopt the appearance of another race out of the feeling of inferiority. She believes that hope for the world is not far-fetched as long as humans, the atomic component of the society, commit to having attitudes and exhibiting characteristics that promote the well-being of others by being a little more kind, a little more patient, be a little more forgiving, and a little less judgmental. In 2022, Chinaza was recognized as an illustrious writer in Personal Development and Academia by Bewa Africa. She was recognized as 2022 Outstanding Young Personality of the Year by TIBA. Chinaza is on a mission to restore hope, love, and compassion to humanity, one person at a time, and she is not stopping anytime soon. Her fulfillment in life is to see every individual living their lives in complete harmony and satisfaction. Her mantra, her healing for the world, begins with healing in us, and the beauty world we dream of is possible if we can make kindness and love our second nature. Hey, welcome to the ExpertView show.
Hi. Hello, Sam. Thanks for having me.
Welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's just get right into it. But before then, do you know we actually made history today?
What history?
Okay, so this is the 7th episode of the show, and you actually be the first female guest that we'll have on the show. We need to celebrate.
Wow. That's amazing.
Also,
And 7 is the number of perfection. So
exactly.
The
So
show.
that's perfect. All right. So without
Thanks for
wasting
bringing me up.
much time, let's just delve into today's episode. Okay. Now we're talking about reaching the social media spotlight and all of that. But the truth is this: these spotlights scare the heck out of some people. Now the question is this: is social media spotlight for everyone?
No, it's not for everyone.
Really?
It's like asking me, is success and prosperity for everyone? No, it's not for everyone. No matter how good a thing is, not everybody would like it. So even if you are selling success and prosperity, in fact, long life, not everybody will buy. Some people will ask you, did I tell you I want to live long? Isn't everybody that wants to be in good health? So it's not for everyone. But if you want to position yourself rightly, at least for the next 10 decades, you have to be on social media. The spotlight is for you if you want to be rightly positioned, at least for the next 10 years. Social media is a new thing, but those ones who get on now are the ones that will reap the benefits in years coming. So it's not for everyone, but if you are looking to build a sustainable brand, you have to be on the spotlight. It's not for me. I'm not the social media kind. No, don't say that. It has to be for you if this is your goal, right?
Awesome. Thanks for that response. So guys, here is the thing. I'll just add this to it. You see, no matter what you do, whether you're a fitness coach or you know how to teach people how to save and multiply money, you can just use social media as a leverage to amplify what you already do. So don't say it is not for me, it is for some set of people. Social media is for everybody if you want to reach more people. Now, let's proceed. Now, you have a very strong personal brand. Like anybody that sees your brand, including me, what we can perceive is authenticity. That is, in fact, if anybody visits your profile now and just spend like few seconds, they can perceive that authenticity. So my question now is this: in this present world that everybody is just faking it, trying to get attention to themselves, how can someone build an authentic brand? Because you need to have that authenticity if you actually want to last long in this game. So how can someone build an authentic brand on social media?
All right. So at the base of authenticity is what is called awareness, right? If you want to be authentic, you have to be aware first. That is where you start. So many brands want to portray themselves as one thing or the other, but you have not even yet understood what your brand is all about. You've not even come to the awareness of what you want your brand to be all about, how you want to be perceived. You don't even know what your brand values are. You don't know what your brand message is. So even if you are building a business brand or a personal brand, you have to be aware, clearly aware of what your brand stands for, right? When you're able to do that, you are aware of what your brand stands for, you're aware of your brand values, then you can start becoming daring, because being authentic in a world that wants you to be different things, trying to push yourself to a market that seems to have this certain kind of preferences. Trying to push out your authenticity there can be difficult. But I tell you, regardless of what you sell, you have an audience. Okay, I think that is the fear that many people have. Maybe
Exactly.
I don't have an audience, no. Even if you sell akara, people will buy. Even if it is physics that you sell, people will buy.
Yeah,
As
that's
long
true.
as you are authentic to yourself and your brand, and you're able to communicate it, and you are daring enough, it is that daring. Because for me, it is
Daring.
vulnerability. Like, I have to dare to do the things that I do, right? And when I started on social media too, I didn't see many people doing what I'm doing now. In fact, I didn't have any role model. It's actually 2 years ago that I started saying, okay, this person is doing this. That was when I got to know about Bidi and the rest. But before then, I was just being me, being authentic, whatever my thought is, and I don't copy anybody. Because one thing that kills brand is copy. You want to copy everyone. Okay, it's working for this person. You just copy, not even be inspired, but you just copy it. There's no authenticity in it. Okay, so have a clear knowledge and understanding of what your brand is about, what you want to communicate, your brand values, and be daring enough to communicate it, to push it out, and to project it to us. Your right audience are going to come by. I think that is what I can
Awesome.
say about this.
Awesome. The keyword here is daring and vulnerability. If you can imbibe those two things into what you share, then people can perceive your brand as being authentic. Awesome. Thanks for that response. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Now, there is nothing called spotlight if you cannot attract the right audience, just like you said earlier. So you cannot be sharing your message, cannot be selling your products and your brand to the wrong audience. So you need to attract the right audience on social media. Now the question is, because this is one of the biggest problems that people have when it comes to using social media. People just do things, no direction, nothing. So the question now is, how can you attract the right audience that will take you or that will be part of your community when you get to that spotlight?
So I think the answer to that would be right positioning. Positioning yourself well. Positioning yourself as someone who is knowledgeable in what you say you are doing. Because the truth is, nobody wants to be identified with someone or a brand in quotes that doesn't know what it wants, right?
Exactly.
So if you know, that's why it starts from authenticity, right? You from brand awareness, brand values. If you know these things, you're clear on these things, and you are rightly positioned. So if it's a personal brand that you're building like me, you want to position yourself well. You want to put out the right contents, okay? You want to be able to communicate clearly what your brand is for. It is that clarity that will bring the right people to you. But ambiguity, you are here, you are there, you are here, you are there. People are confused about the thing that you actually do. But when you are clear on what you do, your message, your brand values, the right people will come. And nobody wants to follow the blind. If you don't know where you are going, who do you want to lead? Nobody.
Exactly.
They will not want to follow you. So position yourself well. If it's a business brand that you're building, you want people to buy from you, isn't it? So you have to position yourself also as an expert. If it's a personal brand still, you have to position yourself as an expert. If it's a product that you're selling, you have to position that product as the best thing that can happen to anyone that will buy it. That clarity has to be communicated, and that value has to be communicated. Without this, you will not get the right audience. You'll be wondering why people are fighting you in your comment section or in your posts. I posted this and you're fighting. Why are you here in the first place? Because you were putting out the wrong things in the first place.
The wrong
So if
audience.
they understand, yes, if you understand, it's like me that I'm building a brand on personal wellness, on humanity, on love and hope, and I'm putting out content that are political in nature. There's no way I will not draw political critics to my brand. There's
Exactly.
no way. And that's
Exactly.
the wrong audience. I don't want those people. So when I now put out stuff that are soft or that are true to who I am, and they start fighting in my on my posts, I'll be angry. Why? I attracted them in the first place. So you have to be clear on what you want. You have to position yourself rightly as an expert in any field or any industry that you want to pursue a career in.
Also, in summary, you need clarity, you need
Yeah.
authenticity, you also need to position your brand and communicate the value that your brand stands for. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a perfect composition of the response that I'm expecting. That's awesome. Okay, now moving on, we just talked about how you can attract the right audience, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
another thing that is very, very obvious with your personal brand, because I'm also a big fan. So one of the things that is very, very obvious with your personal brand is this. You have this engaging community. You see, I've seen people with tens of thousands of followers, but that does not translate to them having that engagement. Having followers is one thing, having that engagement is another thing. And you have actually built a community of people or followers that actually like you, trust you. Listen, this scarcity of a thing is just like a cliche in our industry, right? Almost everybody use it, but 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 this is not visible to everybody. Like it is not really visible, like you can see it. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So my
I
question
do.
is, what is the science? What is the heart? I would have added commercial, but let's leave let's leave that aside. So what is the science and art behind building such community of raving fans that know, like, and trust you?
Okay. So for me, I'm going to talk from my own experience. For me,
Okay.
it has just been that I genuinely care. I
Hmm.
genuinely care about people. And when you care about people, there is no way, only the devil will not care about you or will not return that care, right? So if you're building any brand, it doesn't have to be all about you. My brand has never been about me. It has never been. It's all about my community, my people, and I don't like to use the word fans. It sounds somehow to me.
Yeah,
I see them as
that's correct. Yeah, it's actually correct. They are your fans. Yeah, that's true.
yeah, that's what they call them, but I see them as my tribe members. Like we are a people, we are a tribe,
Yeah.
right? I see them as people who see what I do, who love what I do, and they decided to stick with me.
Hmm.
So, in the general sense of it, if I think of fans, I think of people who are just there for the sake of being there. But I think of them as community members, even though we don't have a structured community that we've named right now. But I've been able to carry everybody along. I care about them, and they know it shows in my art, in my content. It shows in how I engage them in box. It shows in everything that I do. They know that this girl really, really cares about us. And when you visit my profile for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and someone tells you something bad or negative about me,
Yeah.
just don't visit my profile, because if you do, you're going to be converted.
Yeah, exactly. That's absolutely true. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so I've always genuinely cared about people. If you're building a business brand, you have a product that you're selling, and it's not in the emotional wellness side, still make them feel like you care. Let there be a human element to your brand. It's not just about your product, it's not all about what you're selling. No, and the way you even communicate what you are selling also matters. Because if you communicate in a way that shows that you are desperate to sell, no, you have to communicate it in a way that they will see the value that you're actually helping them, because that's what you are doing. All right. So if you're a personal brand, you're a business brand, just care about your people. I I have this community because I speak to their pain points. I speak to questions. I answer the questions that they have that they possibly may not be able to ask me. So I research a lot about my audience to know what's going on in their heads, and I create content that answer those questions or that solve those needs. And I create products. It's just recently that I started creating products. But before now, it's all about inspiring, and
Yeah.
everybody who has come in contact with me can attest to that. So care, care, care. It's not about you, it's about them. You are a brand because they are there. If they are not there, you cease to exist. I dare to say that, because even though we say audience or followership doesn't matter, it's not true. It's not true. If nobody is showing up for your events, you will not even have the morale to host another one. Who are you going to talk to if nobody is there to listen to you? So you have to show them that I see you, I see that you're here. Not seeing them as, oh, they are my fans. No, they are human beings who are interested in what you are doing, who love you. So you have to show them also that you love them back. Maybe engage them, ask questions once in a while. How are you doing? Or put a form of humor in what you're doing. If you see my brand, you know that I'm diverse. Once in a while, I put out something that will make them laugh. I didn't know you could dance like this. So I didn't know you can make these kind of jokes.
I'm
It
still
draws
learning
them
that
to
part.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still learning
It draws
that.
them to me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Awesome. Also, so in summary, just show genuine care. And you cannot
Mm-hmm.
fake this kind of care. They would know,
No.
they will see it, they will
Yes.
feel it, they will perceive it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I actually tell people that, you see, if you are building anything, especially if you are building a personal brand and you have an audience, I'm on YouTube, right? I'm also building my brand. If any brand is coming to me that for sponsorship, for brand partnership and all of that, the first thing I look out for is what is in it for my people. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is very, very vital and crucial that you understand that you need to have this human element, as you have said, add humor to what you do and all of that.
A little bit on the human
Okay,
element. So I've seen some brands. I've seen some usually with business brands who only put out their product. We don't even know who is behind those products. We don't know who is behind the scenes. Even if we know, you're always putting out a very professional font. It doesn't take you anywhere. People want to connect with you one way or the other. Even if it is once in a while, you show your face or you show your human side. They're going to connect with you until the next time you do so. But don't let it be all about professional and mean. No, it's not all about that.
Awesome. Okay, so let's just continue. You once shared on your Instagram, or you once hosted a class where you talked about getting or gaining 10,000 followers in 1 month on Instagram. Trust me, that's a very huge milestone. That's a very big one. And trust me, not everybody can do this, because the platform here is Instagram, and the kind of people you attract are actually real people. These are not bot accounts. So the question here is this: just give us a sneak peek into how you were able to do that. So let's assume I have a brand. I'm building, not even Instagram now. It does not need to be Instagram. Let's assume I'm just starting out. I'm building my brand, either a business brand or a personal brand. What are the strategies that you can share with the viewers on how they can actually gain more visibility and attract more loyal? The keyword here is loyal. Loyal followers. There are followers and there are loyal followers. So how can they attract loyal followers online to their brand?
Okay, so the first thing here is to build a brand that you have a connection with, sort of. Don't want to build a brand that you feel disconnected to or with. Why did I say this? Because it is going to show in your output. Your connection to your brand and what you do is going to show in your content, in your tone. So it is important that you build a brand that you find a niche that you feel connected to, so that your content can be authentic and real, not as if an AI, in AI now is better than some people, the way they put out their content.
Yeah.
So you have to have a brand that you're passionate about, a brand that you love to do. Maybe not necessarily your passion, no, but you are interested in this brand, like it is something that you want to do, right? You have a connection to it or with it. If you are there, no problem, we can talk. Now, the next thing is to find your unfair advantage. So for me, it was January this year that I decided to be active on Instagram. I was not active on Instagram all these years. I was only building on Facebook. So, and I was running away from Instagram because I was like, this place, everybody is perfect on Instagram. Life is perfect on Instagram. I cannot deal with it. Like, how do people do it? How? I don't know. So I was always running away because I don't have time to be fine-tuning all those things. I'm too real to stress myself. So in January this year, it was one of my one of the things in my bucket list to get started on Instagram, and I did. And earlier this year, on the 1st of January, someone called me and told me, "Hey Chinaza, do you know you have something that many people don't have, but you're not using it, you're not leveraging it? Do you know what that thing is? Your looks. You're not using it, you're not making use of it at all."
Wow.
And I thought about it. Maybe it's true because I don't make up. I'm natural. So
Yeah.
I said, let me see what I can do. Let me see how I can ramp up the way I present myself. So I leveraged my hair. My hair is my unfair advantage. Yes, I used it as a bait, not intentionally.
I understand.
Not intentionally. I have a very big afro hair, so I would use those pictures to write my posts, my content, because I'm a writer. And someone once told me, you will not do well on Instagram as a writer because it's a visual platform. I said, I know, but I don't have time to be creating videos. I should be posting there, So when I started, I would put pictures, beautiful pictures, and write and post. All of a sudden, followers. Hey, I saw you on Explore page. I love what you do. Are you serious?
Wow.
And that was how it blew up. I'm still coming to the next thing, right? But that was the first thing that made the difference. I leveraged what I had. So you have to find out what is your own leverage. What do you have an unfair advantage over? What do you have that majority of people don't have? That is your unfair advantage. You leverage it. So I use that one as, hey, I'm a fine girl. It's what I do right now. Hey, I'm a fine girl. Come and you see fine hair, you see fine girl.
Exactly.
You now visit my profile and you are stuck. Someone told me, I visited your profile around 9 and I didn't leave until 4 in the morning. I was like, are you serious? He said yes. Just reading. So use your unfair advantage to draw your target audience. All right, when they come, that is visibility. Okay.
Yeah, sorry to cut you there. Please note, not just showing your fine face. Now listen, listen. There are two things to this matter now. You are getting attention and you are retaining people. There are two different things. Now, she's getting attention, of course, with her beautiful face in a modest way. That is one. People that are attracted to her profile stay glued to her profile. Why? She is sharing quality and reasonable information. So you guys need to. So in case you are watching this, don't just say, okay. Of course, if you are showing your fine face, of course you attract people. But the kind of content you put out also determine the kind of audience you attract. So get that very, very, very clear. I hope you understand. Sorry to cut you because Some people need.
That was exactly what I wanted to say, because getting people to see you out there is visibility. That's visibility. But growth, on the other hand, is actually retaining those people that come to see what you do.
Exactly.
Right. So that was what I did. The next thing that I did was I took this from Junobidi. He said it one time. He said, set out a notoriety budget. Okay, a budget. Set out a certain amount of money that you will use to make yourself famous or popular, to put yourself in front of the right audience. So what I did was I set out a certain amount of money and I used it to run ads. Now look at the ad that I ran. I checked, because I've been writing on Facebook all this while now, and Instagram is a new platform. So they were wowed by this girl. Who is this girl? So I'll go to Facebook with the content. I'll go to Facebook, check through my best articles.
Wow.
Copy it. Instagram is a short. It requires just 2,000 plus words. And me, I can write up to 5,000 plus in a sitting.
That's true.
So I would copy from Facebook, revamp it, and paste on my Instagram. Run an ad with it. I did 2 ads. I ran 1 ad. And this ad did wonderful. Like I was even shocked by how much visibility it gave me. Once I opened my Instagram like this, I'll be like, this person followed you, this person followed you. Even my friend who came to visit me that particular day, there was a day he was crazy. He came to visit me. He was just looking at the numbers. The numbers were just going up like this.
Wow.
So I said, what did you do? What magic did you perform? I said, I didn't perform any magic. But that particular post that I ran an ad with was superb. So anybody who read it, who saw the 5 picture first and read the post, would definitely visit my profile to see more. And when they now see more, they follow. It was an easy thing for me to do. So I did that with 2 posts of mine. I haven't told anyone this thing. I'm just sharing the secret here.
Wow.
With 2 posts of mine.
Wow. You can see. That's why you need to be on the ExpertView show. There are certain things you not get even in paid classes. Can you hear her say that? Continue, please. Yeah.
And I didn't even share this on my paid class. You can imagine.
Can you imagine? Can you?
So the next thing you want to do is to collaborate. Collaborate with people. So I don't do this one a lot, but I know it is something that helps many people. So the few times that I've collaborated, not people reached out to me to collaborate with them on a project, my number of followers increased, their number of followers increased, right? But I'm usually the one who gives them the leverage because I have more following, right? So collaborate with people. And look, people make this mistake of trying to collaborate up, connect up. What of the people that are in your circle? What of the people who are on the same level of influence with you? The goal is to get what you do into the eyes of more people. Right?
That's true.
It's not just about getting, Chinaza Favour has 60,000 followers on Facebook, I have to collaborate with them. I don't have that time more. I have people in my circle that I want to collaborate with. So in Igbo land, we say, don't mind me. It means that where a woman's hand is reaches her is where she holds her husband, which means that go for something that is within your reach. You have so much to explore within your circle of influence before you even think of collaborating up. And now, if you don't have something of worth as you're still coming up, what makes you think that a bigger brand will want to collaborate with you? So build value on your platform. Work with more people around you. I mean, your peers will be more eager to work with you. You have that track record. You are building. You're making progress. You're getting better in collaboration. So that when you actually get the opportunity to collaborate with bigger brands, it will be seamless for you. You will not flop. So collaborate with people. Collaborate. Don't say, they will steal my shine. Who is stealing your shine? How are you even shining itself?
Exactly.
Right. So remove that. There's no competition here. The goal is to get what you do in front of the right people. And Trisha B said this also when she was starting out. She would tell her friends, they are all big, big people right now.
Yeah,
She would
yeah,
tell,
exactly.
she
Exactly.
would tell
That's
her
it.
friends, can I come on live? Can you host me on your platform live? I'm going to teach your audience free of charge about money. And the person would be like, fine, you can come on, because my audience will be learning. So she would collaborate with these people. Once they see what she does, hey, come and still follow me now. They'll follow her back. And then she gets her leads, gets the people that she wants that might even buy from her afterwards. So collaborate is very important. And the last one, I already talked about it a little bit, is to use paid traffic.
Paid traffic.
Yes, use paid traffic, please. It's not everything that you can get organically.
Awesome.
It's not everything. And what I've talked about ads, and the last paid traffic I will talk about is influencer marketing. Okay, look out for influencers that have your target audience and you get them to mention you. Pay them. I see people who come to my inbox, hey ma, this is what I do. Hey, can you please put word out there for me? I say, what's happen?
Nobody does that.
Like, if you even come, I don't do influencer marketing, but if you even come with the mindset, oh, this is what I'm doing, I'm hosting a trading, what would it cost me to have you put what out there to your audience for me? Hey, I'll decline politely if I will, or sometimes I'll be like, don't worry about the fee, just send the flyer to me. All right, so don't go with the mindset of I don't have anything, no, God will bless you. Please, we want blessing in cash. Have a notoriety budget that will pay influencers to mention you and that you can use to run ads on your platform too. Okay.
Wow, that is awesome. I just hope I can say everything I want to say. Now, let me start with this. You mentioned looking at people around you, not just the top guns in the industry. That is very, very amazing. And this collaboration of a thing, that is what we are currently doing now. I launched this ExpertView show based on that concept. That's why I did this. Now, back to what I was saying. You see, you need to also connect with people even below you. I don't want to use that word, but let's just use it. The most views on all of this episode I've done on the ExpertView show is with someone that I don't want to use some words here, right? But compared to other people, not like he's that popular. But you know what? The value the guy has is enormous. So you see, partner and collaborate with people with value. Now, here is the thing. People won't partner with you if you are not actually valuable yourself. So you need to also build capacity. Very, very important. Build capacity. Make sure you're adding value to others and adding value to yourself. That way, trust me, it will be easy for you to even seek partnership with other people or collaboration with other people. Now, the last thing I'll talk about here is paid traffic. Well, if you are part of my channel, 90% of my content is on Facebook ads. 90% is on Facebook ads. So you can see, so it's not just about creating creating content and getting organic traffic. You need to leverage paid ads, and you can see what she said. So make sure you are doing that. Okay, so let's just continue, please. Now, we've talked about a lot of stuff here. Now, this is very, very important because many people struggle with this. And what is that? It is, how do you effortlessly come up with content ideas? The truth is, some people might not really have issues with writing content. Should I put it that way? But you know what? The problem is with getting that idea that, okay, I need to write content about this. I need to just write content about this. So how do you do it? Like, how do you do it? Tell us. Tell us, how do you do it? How do you do it? Let us know, please. Or just share
it effortlessly for me.
Yes, I need to put that there. Very, very important. Very, very important.
Okay, so for me, writing comes naturally to me, but it's not about writing. What are you writing about? Yeah. So I function from my place of genius. That is all I can say. I function from my place of genius, because if I was doing something else that I don't have mastery in, or that doesn't come naturally to me, it will be difficult for me to create content. I'll be struggling. And there is something I see people do. They neglect what they do so easily and go for what is difficult. They think that the value is in its difficulty. And it's not true. Because to do it easily means that you should leverage it more. Imagine if you put the same effort you are putting into learning that difficult stuff. Imagine if you put that same effort into doing what you are passive about. Can you imagine the exponential growth you will get? Can you imagine how well you are going to get? So I function from my place of genius. I'm an inspirational writer, and I see inspiration everywhere. Oh, my life is a well of inspiration.
So there is something I've noticed with me. I'm able to take normal life experiences or normal happenings and find deeper meanings in them. I don't know how that happens. It was someone that caught my attention to that. I was like, Chinaza, I don't know how you do this, but it's amazing. And I've never thought about it. I mean, it comes so naturally to me. You will laugh at me if I tell you now that I just got an inspiration because of what just happened now.
Wow.
How I can apply it, how it applies to life and everything that we do. So it comes naturally to me. That's where I function. So it's more like my ball is always full. So I just give it out like that. Function from your place of genius. That thing that you neglect, please, because you do it very easily, pay attention to it. Put that effort that you're wasting on elsewhere, put it into that, and you'll be able to create content that are more genuine and authentic to you.
Awesome, perfect response. And I think most creators are actually guilty of that, including me, because I'm one person that if a content, like if I say content and I cannot appreciate it, like, wow, this is awesome, like I won't want to put out such content. I got to know this very late. Because as a YouTuber, I want to create content. So I don't want to create average content. No, I don't want to create average stuff like that. But I got to know the funniest thing is the audience size of people that want to learn the basics and foundation and fundamentals is even bigger and larger than people that already know, that they just want to add more knowledge to what they know. So guys, listen, look for that thing you do effortlessly, then create content around it. Easy peasy. I've been saying this, and even Emeka Nobis did done. When he came here, he said the same thing. So guys, you can hear the same thing from her. So make sure you find that thing that comes very easy to you. All right, so thank you for that answer. All right, so let's proceed. Now, here is the thing. You see, we have been talking about building a brand and creating content as an essential element of building your brand. The truth is this: once you start creating content, you will definitely see, or you on your journey, you definitely meet people that want to pick your brain. They want to pick your brain, this and that. And you said something earlier on. You said you just started creating products to sell. So here is the thing. Okay, let me go this way. My first year of YouTubing, I never sold a thing. My first year, like throughout my first year of creating content on YouTube, which is not easy, I did not sell a thing. And the reason is one mindset thing, because you are like, if I start selling, will people still come? That's one thing. So let me just go to the question. Don't let me deviate. So the question is, how do you deal with brain pickers that you meet on your journey without being guilt-tripped and feeling exhausted? Because if you start answering everybody, you yourself, you not have time for yourself. I hope you understand. So how do you manage brain pickers on your way to spotlight? Don't let's forget what we are discussing here.
This hits home.
I understand.
When you have over 50,000 followers on Facebook, you can imagine how many messages you get.
Yeah.
And the majority of them, because me, I care too much. I care about people a lot. So I want to help in every way that I can. So when I started out, not when I started out, last year, 2 years ago, even earlier this year, I was always in my inbox answering questions. For hours on end, I might spend 6 hours in my inbox just answering questions. And that is on days that I am too busy to attend to people. 6 hours. As you're responding to this person, another person is. As you're responding, another person is. So at some point, I called myself by name. Chinaza, what is wrong with you? Sure, you're okay.
Very important. God.
Because the truth is, no matter how many people you attend to, more people will still come.
Exactly.
People's problem, not they finish.
Exactly.
So now, being someone that cares as much as I do, and with what I do lots of counseling. It didn't even make sense to me that I would not bother myself so much to respond to everyone's questions anymore. But that's where I am right now. I'm at that place where if you want my time, I may not charge you outrightly, because I'm looking to launch my coaching program. That is when if you ask me any question, I'll be like, register for my coaching book a
coaching
therapy
program
session with me. So since I don't have that in place at the moment, I'm very busy with other things. So if you ask me any question, the very few I can respond to, I respond to them and I leave. I no longer put myself under stress. It was a friend of mine who lives in Japan that was a Chinaza. By this time you are online. What are you doing? I think that was 3 a.m. in the morning. What are you doing online? I say I'm attending to people. He said, Are you how many people do you want to attend to? How many?
God.
So my burden for helping people or to help people was bigger than even my logical thinking, and it was not helping me in any way. I was less productive then. Even though I was still showing up, I was still writing. Writing comes naturally to me, but I was doing less productive stuff. But I had to cut down on that. So yesterday, someone sent me a message. She had sent me a message before, and she wanted to talk to me. I told her, okay, talk to me. But with the number of messages I received, her message got pushed down, and this was, I think, late last month. So yesterday, I said, let me even go through older messages and see what's going on. It turned out that she sent me a message yesterday, and she was like, I sent you a message since you didn't even bother to open it to check. Excuse me, ma. Ordinary, Chinaza before we start apologizing for not responding to her. I just told her, excuse me, do you think I live on social media? And I wouldn't even ask you to tell me or talk to me if I didn't want to listen to you. Right? People have life outside social media, and with someone with my kind of following, you have to expect these things. I didn't intentionally snub you, but the way you went about this, I don't think I'll be able to attend to you anymore. And I went off. Do I still care? I still care. But I'm learning to prioritize my mental health, because people will continue to manipulate you no matter what you do.
That's the keyword. That's the keyword.
So about the brain pickers, I advise someone sent me a message also, let's say a mentee of mine, and people are beginning to ask her for certain things. She has not gotten to my level. And she was like, she doesn't know whether she should charge them. I said, please don't be like me. Charge. Put Put a price tag on what you do. Put a price tag on your knowledge. Because there is a point you will get to, you would have taught your audience not to buy. So when you put out products, they will not be able to receive it well because they're not used to you selling anything. It will be, even you myself, it's a mindset thing, like you said. Because you feel like, am I not being money conscious or something? No, you are not. You need to earn from what you do.
Yeah, that's true.
Before now, I would borrow data to teach on a Zoom meeting. I would borrow money to teach. I had to ask myself questions. Chinaza, are you mad like this? That is how you want to train your son. Because what I had was influence and I was broke. You don't want to be like that.
That is it.
So,
that's it.
As you're building, look for something to monetize. Look for a way to monetize what you do.
We are still coming to that monetization.
To pick your brain, finish. They will not finish, so they will not end. And when you answer one question, another one will follow it. It's like a chain. So,
Thank you very much. I think one of the essence of having this kind of content on my channel is not just creating tutorial. I also want to talk about stuff. So let me just add to what you said. I can relate to everything. Like everything you said, I can relate to it. This year, I actually went on 2-month break, not consecutively, right? I took one earlier this year and I took one, I think, 2 months ago. Because I'm someone, my channel, like all of my time, because I have staff, I have a business, I have staff that manage my business. The thing affected my business to an extent because I don't joke with my channel. It's just like my baby, like a project that I'm pampering, you understand? So it starts to affect me to an extent. So I actually took a break. Then I started building my value ladder. I actually learned this from Russell Brunson. I don't know if you know him, the ClickFunnels guy. So guys, the advice I would give to you if you are launching out, listen, let your focus be creating value when you even start and keep creating value. But make sure along the journey, start creating your value ladder. Now, value ladder is creating products. Okay, so funny enough, just this morning, I had someone message me. This person has messaged me for a while, so I actually responded today. And the response was like, so you want me to pay this so money because of this service? I said yes, but there is no issue. This is why you have different options. So the strategy here is have different packages for different levels. So I told him, okay, we charge this $500 for this service, but if you cannot afford it, no problem. You can either go for a one-on-one consultation or you get my course. So pick which of them you can afford. So if you are just starting out on your journey, create different products for different levels. That way it will be easy. Okay, this is too much, no problem. I have something else for you. So it's still giving the same results, but different experience. I hope you understand. So I just need to add that for because we are both
very valuable.
So we are all learning here. Okay, so let's just continue, please. Let's continue now. This is also vital, and I think the reason why I could come up with these content questions is because I'm also a creator and understand the pain that people pass through, the struggles and everything. So my question is, people see you show up online almost every day. Chinaza, I love her spirit, I love the energy and all of that. Everybody loves that. But the truth, I don't know, you might not feel that way, but me personally, I would say, there are days you just feel like, I don't just want to create, I don't just want to do anything, I just want to be on my own today or this week or something. You understand? And please take break when you need to take break. I took 2-month break. Samuel, the Adeleke Samuel before last year, I will not take break because I don't. My mom, my mom, my parents, my sister, everybody around, my staff, everybody around me knows that Thursdays I don't joke with it because it is my publishing period. I create, edit, and all of that. I don't joke. But now, if I need to, I take break. But of course, don't let that affect your consistency. Now, the question is this. Sorry, my people will still say I talk too much. Yes, I do. So the question now is, on days that you don't just feel like showing up, first thing, do you feel like it? Have you felt that way, or do you feel that way? And what do you do whenever you feel that way?
Okay, so what if I tell you I feel that way more times than I don't?
Anybody telling you he or she does not, the person is lying. If I creator, that's true. That's just the truth.
So for me, like, left to me alone, no. See, it's this purpose of a thing that is bringing me online. Left to me alone, I'll be indoors as long as I have my laptop and it's on. I have data, and I have music. I have books. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't always feel like, in fact, more times, I feel like showing up, let me say 30% of the time, 70% of the time, I don't feel like showing up. But why do I keep showing up every day? Why? Because I understand the value that my brand carries. One. And I understand that many lives are dependent on me showing up. It's not all about, like I said before, it's not all about me. It's about people I'm called to serve, whether there is money involved or not. Right? And because I have that understanding that if I don't show up, there's a darkness. I like to see myself as someone carrying a light. And if I'm not shining that light, there's darkness somewhere that would have been dissipated by my light. So I work with that understanding. I have to show. I just have to. I get content, ideas every time. And sometimes I don't feel like writing. But I'm like, if I don't write this, I don't know who would need to read this content. And I tell you what, every single time I've put out a written content or video content, there is at least 5 people that want to tell me this was actually written for me. And I'm not saying this for any spiritual reason, no.
People following you know. Yeah, yes. That's true.
Yes. So I show up for those reasons. But aside from that, it's not about motivation for me, because I've waited for motivation. It didn't come. I've waited. I've listened to many motivational videos. If I'm not motivated, forget it. If you talk from now till next year, I'll still be lying down where I am.
God, dude.
You can do it soon as I believe in you. Don't be believing in me now. I don't want to.
Yeah, that's true.
But what keeps me going is my dedication to my goal. It's not about motivation, it's about discipline. Motivation can only take you so far, but discipline will take you to where you need to be. On days you don't feel like showing up, why did you even start in the first place? And where are you looking to go to? You don't feel like it. Does your purpose understand that? Does your vision understand that? Does your goal understand that? Because at every point in life, you are at a point in your journey. And every day you don't choose to show up, you are taking yourself 1 day behind, 1 hour back. But every time you show up, whatever showing up means for you, you are making at least a needle point movement, like Mr. Nichols would call it, needle point movement in the positive direction towards your goal. So it's not about, there's a way I wrote it down here, and I'm going to read it to you. How loyal, it's not a matter of the motivation, but discipline and commitment to your goals. How loyal are you to your vision? And if how you feel can dictate whether you show up or not, and when you show up, then you're not ready for this journey. You're not ready. If you leave your goals, the actualization of your goals and your dreams and your vision in the hands of how you feel, look, in the next 20 years, that goal will still be there looking at you. And that I'll tell my followers, your best self, I don't say the future you, because the future us is formed by the decisions that we make today.
Today,
But
present
your
time.
best self, like the best possible expression of you, is crying because of the decisions you're making today, because you will not be able to become him or her. And I don't want to die, and I see my best self, and it's not who I am. Like, it's not who I was at the point of my death. I don't know. This doesn't make sense to many people, but it's
I
there's a way
understand.
I think about it.
Yeah, I understand.
So every single day, even though I don't feel like,
Sure.
most days I don't feel like, but I have to show up. I have to do the needful. I have to discipline my body. I cannot leave my body to dictate whether I do something or not. You want to sleep? I've been awake since 2 a.m. today. And I'm not going to sleep anytime soon. I have a training coming up tomorrow, and I'm going to stay awake all through to create more content, to finalize what I'm planning. And if I don't feel like it, but what do? I have to show up still, because in the end, the juice. I like this. Is it proverb or adage? The juice will be worth the squeeze. So work on your discipline, on your self-discipline. That is what will take you to where you're going. Not motivation, not listening to everybody. Please let your goal drive you. Every day you wake up, look at it, because there's some people who do also. They don't write down their goals. Their goals are in their heads. So they wake up, it's there. You can't see it. That is the power of vision body. So you can't see it. You didn't write it down. Written goals are more easily or readily actualized than what you have in your head. So write your goals down, write your visions down. Why are you showing up? What do you want to achieve? What do you need to achieve? And every single day you wake up, what actions must you take that will take you there? Even if it's one single action, let it be something that will push you to the, in a positive direction. Don't go a day without showing up for it, whether on social media or not. Showing up can still mean taking care of yourself. Showing up can still mean, creating content or reading. Do something that adds to your whole picture.
That contributes to the goal you want to attain. Exactly. Thank you for that wonderful response. I put out something very similar like 3 months ago, and it is about, if you want to be consistent doing something, it is not about motivation, it is about discipline. And if you are watching this right now and you can relate with what she said, please drop a comment, because I can relate with it. I put that stuff out there because it was vivid, because I could relate with it. Because if you don't feel like even showing up, you just need to do it, because you need to do it in the start. So that's just it. If you could relate, please drop a comment. Let me know if you can also relate. All right, so we have just about 2 more questions and we are done. Now, these questions, they are interwoven, right? Now, the next one is, how do you stay on top of your game? We just finished talking about showing up, right? So, how do you stay on top of your game and keep being relevant? Because there is a trend. Trend is, something that goes up must come down. Of course, it happens to everybody. But maybe I should just rephrase the word. That, how do you stay on top of your game for long? Because that's just the nature of this thing. It will always, people come down, might just take a longer period of time. So the question is, how do you keep being relevant? How do you stay afloat? How do you stay on top of your game?
It still boils down to the first thing that I said, being authentic. Okay? Why is that important? Because when you are not functioning from a place of authenticity, you cannot sustain that energy for long. It is very tiring to project what you are not, or to be who you are not for long. It's very exhausting. Trust me, if you try it, you can only do it for 10 years. You can only do it for how many years? But if you're authentic, I've been building my brand since, not intentionally, But I started on social media in 2015.
Wow.
Then, started getting serious in 2016, 2017. And people who followed me then, or who knew me then, are like, Chinaza, you're still growing, though. How are you doing it? You're not even looking like you're stopping anytime soon. I said, I didn't tell you I'm stopping anytime soon. Why? Because I'm functioning from my place of authenticity. I don't have to I don't have to
force yourself.
Another problem I have on my plate, like, how do I sustain this identity? No, it's not a problem for me. It is me. It is who I am. So I'll continue being that for the longest time. But how do you stay afloat? How do you remain relevant? It's by updating yourself. Okay, updating. You are like a system programming. You are like a software, and if you want to keep working well seamlessly, you have to keep updating your operating system. You have to keep updating your software, right? So we are in a very, very crazily fast-paced world right now. Skills that were relevant last year, some of them are not even relevant again this year. Some jobs that were highly sought after 5 years ago are not even sought after anymore today. It's crazy. It's crazy how dynamic our world is right now. It's crazy how fast it is changing, but you become relevant, or you remain relevant by adding the skills that are required for relevance. You keep on adapting to trends, because you cannot tell me that your identity is cast in stone. No, your brand is not cast in stone. It's only those ones who are able to innovate, like move with technology, with new trends, that are able to stay afloat. So you have to look for a way to intertwine your brand. Some people would say with tech, but not. I wouldn't say tech in itself. Well, that is good, but whatever trend that is going on, you need to try to be on top of it. You don't want to be left behind. If you're left behind, you'll be lost in the pile. All right. So keep on updating yourself. Keep on adding necessary skills. Keep on tweaking your brand, tweaking yourself. You are dynamic. You are fluid. As a human being, you are not static. Like, this is not how you are. You are fluid. So don't confine yourself to a certain thing. And let me say this. Don't think that this is what you want to do for the rest of your life. And so when there is a need for change, you won't change. Or when there is need for an update, you will not.
Reinvention.
You can't. Reinvention, yes. This cannot be overstressed. What brought you here might not take you there. It's still you. It's still your brand. But there is a need. If there is a need for you to remove old skills and reintroduce yourself, please do it. For you to remain relevant. If not, see all these Gen Zs, they are coming up. See, crazy technology are coming up. So you must look for a way to stay afloat. Okay.
Awesome. That is amazing. Okay, now let's take the last question here. And this very one is very, very, very important. Extraordinarily important. So here is the thing. See, creating value is okay, right? You want to add value, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to show up, create content, and all of that. But here is the thing. There are so many broke influencers, like very, very broke influencers. And if you are watching this, that's not my wish for you at all. So the question is, how can people monetize? So it's not enough having this influence. How can people monetize this influence? Okay, you have thousands, tens of thousands of followers. What are those things you need to do to monetize and make money from it? Because of course, at the point when I started, I tell people around me, this is very funny, because my first year of YouTubing, I tell everybody that money is not, because I was actually making money in my business, and I still do. So I tell people that, like, if you have discussion during that period, I'll tell you, you see, money is not even it. You understand? But I got to know that, bro, you need to make money, because you need to make money in that venture so you can reinvest. I buy gadgets like what we are using now, I pay for it and all of that. So you need to make money to even improve the quality of what you put out. You understand? So what are the different ways in which you can monetize your influence online so you not be a broke influencer?
You need money to keep showing up. It's important.
Exactly.
It's important. And this was a lesson I learned this year. You will not believe it. This year. So if you are an influencer, some people have lots of followers, but they don't have an active, would I say, a certain value that they defend or that they uphold. You just have fans, you just have followers. If you are in that category, which I hope you are not, but if you are in that category, you can look at maybe adding value to what you do, okay, so that the right people will start coming up. Because if you build on no value, it's more like you're building a castle in the sand. Once wind blows, it'll fall. I read the story of one TikTok influencer that had using millions of followers who hosted a beautiful event and nobody came. Why? They didn't find her valuable enough. All right. So I hope you're not in that category. I had to take that out of the way. Now, if you're building value, if you are giving value to your audience, I know you love to inspire like me. I'm still trying to break away from that mindset too. But I know you want to inspire, but you are not going to go to hell, whatever hell means to you, by being paid for it. The best way is for you to look at what you can monetize. What part of your knowledge can you monetize? So when I was coming up, I didn't think that I could monetize anything. Really, I didn't think I could monetize, because I was just writing to inspire people. But when I started getting invited to notable platforms to teach, did I have this knowledge? So you can talk about how you built your brand. You can sell the process of building your brand. Okay? You can sell that process. You can liaise or collaborate with brands. So when I started out, this is my life and I'm telling you here. When I started out too, people were coming to me to, influence for them, like be their brand ambassadors. I was saying no. That I don't want my profile to be littered with marketing posts or content. No, it's only going to be about inspiration. But when Sapa comes to there's a need for there to be content that I'm marketing there.
Yeah, that's true.
I had to be a brand ambassador to a hair product company. Imagine I have a very beautiful hair, and many companies had come to me to be their brand ambassador. I said no. Can you imagine that? I was leaving money on the table, having thousands of followers. So I had to influence for a hair product company. Another one also, recently, I'm going to be signed as the brand ambassador of a very, very wonderful brand. It will be announced next week. I'm not going to say it now.
So you're announcing here first. Wow. Wow.
So
congratulations.
Before now, I wouldn't even have looked at that proposal at all. But I know there is a need. I'll be helping this brand to reach these people, because I know my people will need to use their product or their service. So when I talk about them, there's need for me to be paid too. So brand ambassadorship is important. You can leverage that, or you can also write to brands. Nobody is coming to you. If the mountain doesn't come to Mohammed will go to the mountain. So write to brands.
That's true.
Tell them that you have some amount of followers and you have an engaging audience, you have this and that. Communicate your value, the value of your platform to them, and send. One or two are going to reply. There's no way. So if you send to about 10 brands, 15 brands, there's no way one or two will not get back to you, or maybe 5 will get back to you, and there's no way you will not land one deal. At all. Now you was passing. Okay? So write to brands to collaborate with them. Another one also is influencer marketing, please. See, I used to have a very negative approach on influencer marketing. I didn't even like that name at all. But me, I'm looking into it now. I'm working on the framework now.
Yeah.
This is what my pricing will be. How often will I post your brand? If you want me to post twice a week, this is how much you'll be paying. If you want me to post once a month, this is how much you'll be paying. Because there's no way I'll post about you that you will not make sales. And I've recommended many people, and you will not believe how much sales they've made. And even if it's not sales, some people want people to sign up for their
get leads, leads for sales,
gain followership. So whatever it is, you have to create your quotation, make it official. Don't let it end in your inbox. Make it official. They have to see you as someone that means business. Because the way you portray yourself also will determine how the other brands or the other party will see you.
Will also see, that's true.
So look at what you can write in books if you have that knowledge, because there's something that writing books does. It positions you as an expert. That's where the word authority comes from. If you're an author, it positions you as an expert. So what are you knowledgeable in that you know there is a need for it? Or you can create a need around your knowledge. And when people are now asking for it, you release your product, you release your service. Please and please, if you have a sizable number of following, please, like me, launch your coaching program. So that brain pickers will not finish you. Launch your membership platform on Seller if you are an expert in your industry. These are secrets. So launch your membership platform. With memberships, it's a recurring thing. Every month you are sure that people are paying. If your membership is valuable enough, nobody will want to leave that membership. Even if it's 5,000 naira every month. So imagine when 20 people, 50 people pay you 5,000 naira every month just to be in your inner circle, and you'll be holding weekly calls, coaching calls for them. During the week, they will submit their questions. If you can answer during the week, you answer. But the questions that they ask you during the week will now inform the conversations you will have on your coaching program, on your coaching calls that you have just once a week. And you're relaxing. That one is soft money. Cool cash. Right? So there's several ways you can actually monetize if you have that. See all these things I'm telling you right now. It's only books and not influencer marketing and brand ambassadorship that I've utilized. The rest, I'm still conditioning myself to believe that I need to do these things, because it's a mindset thing again. And if you don't break away from that jinx, believe me, after going you will come back.
That's just
that you have to consciously work against. Okay, so that is it. That's just it. As I've said earlier, value ladder. I went on break. The first break that I went on in February, I created my Facebook ads course. The second break I had to launch my digital agency. And as you have said, you can say I have a digital agency. Just say I have a digital agency. That's just it. But I know I need to show it. It's not enough. Show it, and in showing it, you need to state the kind of people, as you said, the kind of clients you want, and different packages for what you're offering, and the price for them. So if you come to me now, okay, because if you come to me, if I tell you I have an agency, that's it. I can put any price. So I purposely went on break, crafted all of these things, and designed a website for it.
so you know. When you
By
come,
the way, your
like
website is so beautiful. So beautiful.
which one? The
The one I
Combat
went.
Agency?
Okay,
Okay.
no, the
Okay, yeah.
Adeleke.
That's my personal. Oh, thank you. That's my personal website. So what I'm saying, guys, if at all you are selling yourself, selling your services, offering services, see, create something. Let them see that it's visible. Let them know. Go to this place, you see it. You understand? So, thank you very much for the breakdown. I love the way you broke everything down. All right, so we are almost done. But before you go, so here is the thing. Any expert that I bring on my show, I ensure they don't just leave my people hanging. Like, you can't just come and share knowledge and just go like that, because I know there are some people that still want to, like, they want to eat the main nutrients, even though you have shared even though you have shared a whole lot of value. And let me say this is actually one of the best conversations I've had on this particular show. One of the best, trust me. So there are some people that still wants to, like, I still need to, let me join your, like you mentioned, in a circle. Now the question is, do you have a program, do you have something that can help people build an influential personal brand that will help people? Because some people are just starting. So do you have any program that you can just that my audience can sign up to and help them without doing any guesswork? You just need something that will guide you, and you understand. So do you have anything like that?
Yes, I do. Matter of fact, I'm hosting a training next month on the 11th and 12th of November with Emeka Nobis on how to build a profitable, influential brand. And I'm so excited. Yes, that is it on the screen. I'm so excited for this one, because see, you thought I shared something here. You'll be amazed at the value that you'll be getting at the training. So I'll be teaching you a lot of things, from how to find your voice, because it's important that you find your voice. That's where it starts from. Some of you have a voice, but you don't even know what it is. You don't even believe that you have a voice worth listening to or worth hearing. So I'm going to show you how to find your voice. I'm going to guide you through some exercises that you're going to with me. You're going to go through these exercises, find your voice, and when we're able to establish that, we can now look on how to build a brand that is influential, a brand that is known, liked, and trusted, like I shared here, and how you can also monetize, how you can grow profitably, because it's not enough to be influential, like we said here. It is a lot more important that you earn from what you do, because a workman deserves his wages, right? So that's what I'll be showing you there. So if you want to build a personal brand, this is the class and the training that you don't want to miss. And it is very cheap. Very, very cheap. Even the Don was like, why are you so cheap, Chinaza?
You don't.
Why that you're going to be giving? Why are you so cheap? I said, because I want to help as many people as possible. So it's just for 5,000 naira. You get access to the training. It's a 2-day training, all right, with Emeka Nobis as our guest. So it's going to be amazing. Just get on board. 11th and 12th of November. That's the date.
Guys, if you are watching this, like if you are currently watching this, let me clap for you first. You have really tried, because this is over 1 hour now. You have really tried. Now, here is the thing. Emeka Nobis, you might not know him, but if you know him, you know what he brings to the table, what he can offer you. Like, I've had the Don himself on this show, and you know what he did there. So if you are looking at how you can shamelessly market yourself, and how you can, and one thing about the Don is this, it's not just about shamelessly marketing yourself. The Don knows how to collect your money. Because some people don't know how to collect that money. That's another thing. If you want to know how to market yourself shamelessly and even ask people to pay for whatever thing you are selling, you must be in this program. I'm telling you, you must be here. Not you should be here. You must be here. Listen, these two personalities, look at now. You have Chinaza Favour and Emeka Nobis in one class, in one program. Come on, you need to be there. You need to be there, and you must be there. So funny enough, for over 1 hour, this is the first time I'm not saying subscribe to my channel, do this and do that. You guys should understand what that means. The value is just too much, because personally, I've learned a lot. And in fact, when I'm trying to produce this video, I'll be taking notes as well. I learned a whole lot of stuff. I'm serious. I learned a whole lot of stuff in this particular episode. So guys, we've said a lot. Just screen grab this. You can make payment online. You can also do a direct bank transfer. Whichever one works, just go for it. This is just 5,000 naira, less than $10. Don't forget.
Yeah.
So and in case you are finding difficult to pay or something, you can contact me or contact her. Please, how can people reach out to you? Instagram, Facebook, which of them, please?
You can reach out to me on Instagram. It's faster that way.
Okay.
Because I have less number of followers there, so I can easily go through the messages at the Chinaza Favour. That's my Instagram handle. Or if you want to follow me on Facebook too, yeah, my name is Chinaza Favour. You're going to see my beautiful face there. Yeah.
So guys, that'll be all for now. Make sure you message her.
There's a little mistake in the spelling.
China. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm already high on value. Is it correct now?
Yes, it is.
At last. So guys, this has been value packed. Trust me. I don't even need to tell you, because you actually felt it and you learned a lot. So guys, that'll be all for now. But before you go, it makes no sense for you to get all of this knowledge without subscribing to my channel, liking, drop a comment. Let me know what you have learned. Let me know the haha moment that you had. Drop it in the comment section. And you don't know who you'll be helping by sharing this particular content with. Because as I've said, I know a lot, but trust me, I learned a whole lot in this particular episode as well. So share this with as many people as possible. I don't want to waste your time here. I don't want to waste your time or even sell you anything again. So, and again, this program, make sure you go get it. You are not helping now, you are helping yourself. So make sure you go get it. And I will say that'll be all for now. And Chinaza, thank you very much for honoring our invitation on the ExpertView show. We really do appreciate. Thank you
so much for having me, Sam. It's an honor to be here. Amazing work you're doing. Thank you.
All right. So guys, yeah, that is it. Make sure you follow her everywhere. Listen, follow her everywhere you can, on Facebook, on Instagram. Her content, like, she's someone that gives hope to many people. That I'm not just, I don't flatter people, and that's me. So if you actually just follow her. Her content is superb, top-notch quality. Follow her everywhere you can. Get whatever program she's selling. This is not someone that is after your money. You understand? This is someone that actually wants to give you value, wants to add value to you. So I advise you get everything she sells. Follow her everywhere you can, and you'll never regret it. So guys, that'll be all for now, and I will see you in the next episode.